So in this video, I'm going to share with you 4 genius marketing principles we can learn from the latest K-drama craze called Startup, streamed on Netflix. Okay, so there's a bit of background of what this show is about. So basically, there's this show I've been watching called Startup, streamed on Netflix. Very, very popular show. I think it's it's ranked, I think, number 8 most popular show on Netflix. So just a bit of context, this show is about a group of people in the startup scene, and it's basically just 2 guys trying to win over a girl. And that's pretty much about it. A lot of people are going crazy over this show. It's really nuts. Many of them are actually supporting this debate or this movement or whatever you call it going around. Hashtag Team Jipyong and Team Dosan, right? I mean, I myself am not a K-drama fan or K-pop fan whatsoever. In fact, I don't even watch the TV that often, right? But for some reason, I think this particular day I so happened to watch a 5-minute clip, of it on the TV. My family was watching in the living room, and I so happened to walk across it, watch about 5 minutes, and I was hooked, right? And then just recently, I was thinking back, why the hell am I so hooked on this show? Even though I know it's just fantasy, it's not real. It's just a story. It's just fantasy. And I realized this show has actually the elements of world-class marketing. And if you understand how they craft their scripts, stories, characters in a way that made the fans go hysterical, crazy over them, I think just by understanding, implementing these elements, can help your business, gain a lot of more eyeballs, fans, and of course a lot of money. So in this video, I'm gonna share, 4 marketing elements that they utilize in this show, which I think you can use on your business. Okay, now before I share, comment below if you're Team Dosan or Team Jipyong. Okay, so let me pull up my iPad. Now in this show, something that they displayed really well is this thing called common enemy. Common enemy. Now, in this show, there are basically 2 possible outcomes, right? Number 1, Dosan gets the girl, and number 2, the other guy gets the girl. And in either scenario, there's a common enemy, which means that if you are Team Dosan, whatever you call it, the common enemy is the other guy, right? And if you are Team Jipyong, then the common enemy is Dosan. And this is basically how, the script director or whoever created this series, is how they actually bring the audience into the story, right? And this is exactly what hooks them in. And right now they kind of feel like they're being part of something bigger than just another love story, right? And right now, if there is no common enemy, then the show also wouldn't be that interesting or engaging anymore, right? And another layer that they added in really well is these 2 elements: possibilities. Okay, and second one is uncertainty. Oops, yeah. So let me explain. So basically, there is a ton of outcomes that could have that the show could have ended with, right? So one possible outcome is Dosan gets together with the girl, right? And outcome 2 is vice versa. Either way, the outcome isn't certain, and this gets the show to bring the audience on a journey together, where all they can just do is simply watch all the way until the end to find out the real truth, right? So number 1, have a common enemy, and the layer that they added in was possibilities and uncertainty. Now number 2 is this: there is always a new problem to be solved. New problem to solve. Now, if you realize all the episodes, it's just a series of problems after problems, right? And on one episode, Dosan can finally get together with the girl, and literally within the next 15-20 minutes, they can break up. Kind of drives you nuts, right? And when there's never ending problem, it gets the audience hooked, right? Also because they're kind of curious how the problem will be solved next. Now, if you remove all the problems in the show, basically what this whole show is about is basically 2 guys trying to fight over this girl. My drawing is really bad, but it's basically just 2 guys trying to fight over a girl. That's all. If you can't remove all the problems, so now there's always a new problem to solve. That's number 2. Number 3, there's a cliffhanger. Now, if you watch any show, any series, there's always a cliffhanger. At the end of each episode, there's always a teaser or trailer with regards to what will happen on the next episode, right? And for this particular show, they will have to wait until the end of the week before the next show or the next episode is released. Now, this displays 2 things. Number 1, again, it shows a new problem. every time in the next trailer, the next teaser for next episode, always introduce a new problem, right? This gets the audience hooked again, because in the episode probably a problem has been solved, right? But to get the audience to want to watch the next episode, they introduce a new problem without introducing the solution. And right now there is a loop that isn't closed yet. This gets them interested, curious, hooked to watch the next episode. Number two is limited accessibility. Now, it goes with this concept, right? The more you can't have it, the more you want it. Now, as the quote says, if you could have dinner with anybody, you'd probably choose someone that is already dead. Okay, this is limited accessibility. Now, number four is this unique characters, or what I like to call image. Now, what do I mean? I want to talk about this character called Namto-san, right? Whoever came up with this character, he is a genius, or she is a genius. This person clearly understands marketing. Now, for those of you who have watched the show, you understand that Tosan is a bit different from most guys. Right? He's an extremely talented coder, thinks like a robot in a very systematic way, a very practical way as well. But barely knows how to interact with people, or bad with girls, at least right at the start. And so also a bit slow, right? Kind of like he's a mama's or daddy's boy, mama's boy. Now, if Tosan was none of this, it's just a normal guy, then the show will be 10 times less interesting, which means it will be 10 times more boring. And whoever created this character sold this character really, really well. Now, which brings me to my next point, selling an image. This director or whoever came up with this character, this script, sells Namto-san really well. He sells this person as a really smart person who never really made it in life, at least for the start. Now, when he suddenly gets the girl of his dreams, it suddenly feels like a fairy tale, right? It's like a modern day Beauty and the Beast, because nobody likes a boring love story. Nobody likes a normal guy and a normal girl to get together. Nobody likes that kind of story. So let me summarize exactly what I've talked about so far in this video. So number one, the four key elements that displayed really well, the four key marketing elements that displayed really well, is having a common enemy. This engages audience into your story, right? Number two is there's always a new problem to be solved, which brings me to my next point. There is a cliffhanger. There's always a new problem, and there is always limited accessibility, right? And basically the principle behind this is that the more you can't have it, the more you want it, right? This gets people so frustrated because they want to watch the next show but they can't watch it. Then number four is unique characters. Basically sell an image, okay, of a character. Sell it really well, make it different. Because at the end of the day, nobody likes a normal boring love story. Everybody wants to watch a modern day Beauty and the Beast kind of love story. Okay, so now let's talk about how you can apply this to your business. So just to summarize what I covered, common enemy, have a common enemy in your marketing message. Engage your audience, your prospects, your leads in a story. If you don't have this, they'll only judge you or your product based on price, right? And this is basically where you put yourself in a downhill battle with your competitors. It becomes a price war. Now, number two is new problem to solve. When a customer buys a product, it's not 100% of the time that their problems are completely solved or their problems will completely go away. Now, the next question you ask yourself is how can you get them to come back to you? Okay. And number three is cliffhangers. How can you create exclusivity in your product services in a way that gets people to want them more, right? Something to think about. And number four is if you're selling a service or product, always sell an image around it. Don't sell your product or service for the function itself. Sell an image around it. This will help you to stand out among a sea of competitors. So yep, this is a short video I wanted to shoot really quickly. Because right now as I'm shooting Sunday, I have basically watched until episode 14. Can't wait to watch episode 15. And just really want to shoot this video to really break down why exactly I'm so hooked. also hooked in this video, and something that I haven't been hooked for a long time. Let's put it that way. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. If you are Team Dosan, comment below. If you are Team Ji-pyong, like this post or like this video, and let me know what you think in the comments below.